Welcome to the new health. As people are getting sicker at younger ages, we are bringing in thought leaders who are specializing in their field and revolutionizing healthcare right now. I am your host, Jessica Preston. Today I have back with me Josh Rimini, pharmacist who has taken everything to the next level, certified in functional medicine and bringing health and wellness to the population at large. Welcome back, Josh.
Awesome. Thanks for having me back. This is so fun.
This is so much fun. I'm so glad you're here. Last week you talked a little bit about your journey. We talked about how you moved into a wellness space, got certified in functional medicine, and you and I had spoken off camera a little bit about 4 pillars of wellness, and how does that incorporate into that pharmacy space? I'd love for you to share that with us.
Sure. As I started learning more about my own journey and the really around teaching other teaching other pharmacists this same process, right, is I got to is really understand, like, what are the pillars of health. And when it's not really wellness, it's well-being, right? So how, as human beings, not human doings, how do we classify that? And so I came up with this, none of this is new information, it's all there, but it's like, how do we put it into where we can really bucket it and then, more importantly, do something about it? And so the 4 pillars are, nutritional well-being. And I put that at the beginning because food is medicine, but food is also a poison. It just depends on what you're putting in your body. And so we know this, we've known this for thousands of years, but treating food as real medicine, not just like the thought of it being good for you, but actually working the biochemical process. So the phytonutrient density of fruits and vegetables, using the right food plan, not diet. Diet is supposed to be a short-lived thing, by the way. A food plan to help someone. So nutritional well-being is the foundation for the rest of the pillars. And they're all intertwined. So we have to talk about how they all balance each other.
Okay.
So nutritional well-being is the first and foremost of the 4.
Okay, well, let's get all 4 out there and then let's talk about how they play together.
Cool. Yeah, so nutritional well-being. And then the next one is physical well-being. So these are the easy ones, right? Diet and exercise. So physical well-being, emotional well-being, because stress is the root cause of almost 80% of the reason people go to the doctor, but we aren't really talking about it besides mental health, but we need to talk about it from a well-being perspective. So, and stress has been a big part of my life and my journey towards healing. So I put a big emphasis on that because it's been a big thing for me. So nutritional well-being, physical well-being, emotional well-being, and the last one is environmental well-being. How do we interact with the environment, the outside environment, but also our inside environment? So this is, I know you love genetics and talk about genomics, functional genomics, pharmacogenomics, but how does the interplay of our genes and our polymorphism, SNPs, interact with the food and the diet and the stress and all the things in our environment? So those are really the 4 essences of the pillars.
All right, so let's get to that then. How do they play with each other? How do they interact with each other? How, in what areas are you thinking when you educate someone?
Well, the way I was looking at it is, well, what are the things we can do that are going to affect our health? And when we talk about reversing health care, right?
Yeah.
This new health, it's patient-centered. They're in the driver.
Yes.
Like, your doctor is not in the driver. He's the person, but in the old medicine, it's literally diagnosing, telling you what to do, prescribing you a thing and going. Well, we're not prescribing food. We're not prescribing lifestyle. We're not prescribing the proper nutrients. And so they all interplay, because if we can understand the pillars and then what do we do in those pillars to affect our own, so what can we do to drive our own health care? We got to be in the driver's seat. We can't be in the passenger seat of our own bodies and our own health care.
Yeah.
I love helping people make informed, confident decisions about their own health and just being a guide along the journey.
Well, that's wonderful. And one thing that I really love about Josh coming on is he always says, we're going to make things simple. And when you say we're going to make things simple, I feel like so many patients feel that they aren't empowered in that space, so they don't know what to do, and they need that guidance because it is the old way. And so now that we're moving into a patient-empowered space, which actually is encouraging your body to heal. That patient empowerment allows more healing.
So, I love how we're going here. Is my job is to unlock someone, show them that they can heal themselves.
Yeah.
My vision, right, is the pharmacy of the future is right inside of all of us.
Yeah.
Because there's a placebo effect. We talk about this, right? The placebo effect is how do people get well off nothing?
Yeah.
But it's not nothing. It's us. We can drive that engine, and we're now catching up with the science of the ancient wisdom that we knew. So it's this blending of all of this. But people, it is simple, though. That's the thing, is you can take these complicated things and make them down into simple. Like nutritional well-being, very simple. Clean up your diet.
Yeah.
70% of children's food is ultra-processed. So if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it.
Yeah.
Eat from the farm, not the factory. Don't put the antibiotics and the hormones in your meat. Like clean eating. So we start there.
Yeah.
Just clean up your diet. You can do it in 14 days. We have a 14-day challenge. I think it's on our website, therx2wellness.com. Like people can download a challenge and take a 14-day challenge, see for yourself. This is the journey you take. Don't take my word for it. Like, empower yourself to clean up your diet, eat the good stuff for 14 days and just see how you feel.
And even with people not cooking as much, you can still do this with, chopping up fruits and vegetables and having some, just as your snack or as a side. You don't have to become a chef in order to clean up your diet, is what I'm saying. So you can.
But you
can
got to
do this in
eat the
an easy
veggies,
way.
right?
You do have to eat them, yes.
You can't cheat,
Yeah.
But we got to take our thinking around. We eat for pleasure. We eat because it tastes good. We eat because it's calorically dense for energy. It's really medicine.
Yeah.
Before we had any of these pharmaceuticals, there's thousands of them. What did we do for health?
Yeah.
We would make stuff in the jungle and we'd put it all in there, and then we'd take it and we'd be better off, right?
Right. When I was pregnant, I would think to myself every day, what have I fed my babies today? And I made better choices because I made them for someone else. I wasn't making them for me, where I was eating for pleasure.
That's amazing, because that's a lot of my own health journey was when we were going to have children, we wanted to make sure we were putting good things into their bodies. So that's where the clean eating started from.
Yeah.
Great book, Eating Animals, by
Okay.
Jonathan Sau or something.
Okay.
It got me started. It was like, so nutritional well-being, not hard. Like lifestyle medicine, we'll talk about that. Like there's things you can do that take you less than an hour a day that can help you live to 100.
Yeah.
So we can move people through, but lifestyle, 80% of chronic conditions are a lifestyle problem. So we got to start with your lifestyle, not the pill for the ill approach, which give me the pill and fix me doesn't work.
So I know because I practiced medicine for over 20 years in a clinic, and when I would say eat right or exercise, and this is common in conventional medicine. This is what we say when it comes to people first wanting, how do I lose weight, or if their cholesterol is high. We first say lifestyle, and that is a common conventional medicine aspect, but people aren't as motivated. And I'm going to come back to your simple process. So how is it that you're helping people make this simple?
Well, I love the 80-20 rule, okay? Because the doctor will say diet and lifestyle and take this medicine, see me in 3 months. Well, what does the patient do? It's not our fault. We don't do any diet or lifestyle change. We think the medicine is what's helping us, and in 3 months they come back.
Yeah.
They didn't do those two first things, but it's right in front of the medicine paradigm. We're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So accountability is key. Having a coach besides you to help you be accountable, because if I'm accountable to something or someone else, I'm going to do it. Versus, it's just nice, it's there, kind of goes out into the ether, we don't really understand, and it just goes away. That's normal.
Yeah.
But system keeps feeding us to say the pill is going to fix you. But it's not. It's the other two pieces, the diet, lifestyle, and we'll talk about supplements and labs, because those are the new science piece to that. But it's really rooted around lifestyle.
That's wonderful. And I think that what we're seeing is there's not enough time in a doctor's office with an appointment. People just say you need to change your diet, and you need to exercise, but they don't actually say what that means. So then people are left to their own devices to go to the internet, see everybody arguing about which diet is best, and then just dropping the whole thing and taking the med.
Exactly. Or like I'm a belief like the new like health coaching is so big because that's you can send someone off that's going to actually work with you and figure that out. And so I'm trying to train this army of pharmacists. I am training them to be more like health coaches.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Because you can go to the dispensing machine and get the drug, but what can you do with the interaction with the pharmacist?
Yeah. Wow, I love the work that you're doing, Josh, as you know. Thank you so much for being with us here today. I know you're going to join us again next week.
Yes, I'm excited.
So please let everyone know what you're working on right now and how they can find you.
Well, you can go to rx2wellness.com. It's a really good resource page for lots of information that you can get, how to get started quickly. The Clean 14 Challenge is up there. My website, dilworthdrug.com, is my brick and mortar pharmacy, which is more like a wellness center now. You can see what we do in that space. And I can't wait to come back because we're really going to talk about the things that people can do and that can do pretty simply.
I'm really excited too. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you.
Please join us again after these messages for our next guest.